Alright, so I want to give some other examples of matrices in the real world. So I want to talk about some imaging, some facial recognition in the movies, and medical imaging. So just, we've looked at matrices all semester, but what other things can they represent? And here's a picture of a dog, and that can really be thought of as a matrix. So most images are about 256 pixels by 256, somewhere in there. You can think of each pixel as a value, typically between 0 and 255, where 0 is white and 0 is black, 255 is white. So let me just show you just a piece of this matrix in Excel. So that was just a close-up of the eye. So there's some darker or higher numbers, so closer to white. These low numbers in through here are going to show up as black. So I just wanted to show you that a matrix is really, an image is really just a matrix of pixel values. Now when you get to, this is just a black and white picture, if you have color, you need to have within each cell or entry of the matrix, you have to have 3 values, one for red, green, and blue, the RGB, or whichever color scheme you're looking at. So here's just summarize a little bit what I just said. So black and white images, it can go from 0 to 1 or 0 to 255. If it's 0 to 255, it's integer values. Again, 0 is black, 255 is white. If you're on the 0 to 1 scale, then clearly it's not just integers, it's any number between 0 and 1. So knowing this, how could we darken or lighten an image? If you want to darken it, that means lower your numbers in some way. So you could scale all your numbers down. You could subtract from everything into 1. And then think about what happens if you zoom in on an image. If you're zooming in, you're really just reducing the number of pixels you're looking at. So here's a clip from CSI. So in the show, they want to know what is on this limousine. So there was a girl found murdered here, and they saw that she got dropped off by this limousine. They want to know what company it was. So they said, let's zoom in on this. And so they do. And that's it. And you can really see each pixel individually. So all those different pixels. Then they say, wrongly so, let's enhance this. And bam! And that's just not really possible. That's just part of TV. So there's no way to go from that to that. So another example is facial recognition. So facial recognition is often used in airports. They have the list of bad people, and they have images of the bad people, and they have cameras that can look through crowds, and they compare your face to a criminal's face or a terrorist's face, and they see if it matches. So if there's a match, you may be pulled aside. And again, knowing that each image, so this image of Dr. Yin, is a black and white picture, so it's just a matrix with values from 0 to 255, and then you can do something called eigenfaces, and it's really just an eigenvector, but in another dimension, and you can see who he matches. So they got the match when Dr. Ginn had his face matched, and this was our list of people to compare it to. The possibilities were himself or this other person. So that's who he matched with the most. So you're never going to say, the facial recognition will say, oh, these are the top 5 matches, or however many you want. It won't say this is a direct match, because that's not quite possible. This was from a while ago, but this is a guy that did something bad. I think he flashed some people, and then was proud of it, so he posted a picture online, but he posted this swirl picture thinking that they couldn't reconstruct the image. So when you have a patterned behavior like that, it's easy to undo. And so when they reconstructed it, they got this picture and then they busted him.